This is a Louie Tee Network exclusive.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Louie Tee, host of the Louie Tee Network, and this is One Burning Question, a series that will take a look at all 32 teams in the National Football League and pose a question. Some teams will have micro questions where we look at the team in its current state and talk about what could potentially happen for them in this season, and some will take a macro approach where we kind of open up the lens a bit and take a step back and look at it from a wide view look and perspective and talk about where these franchises might be going in the future, not just this season, but moving forward. So I'll take a look at each and every single team, ask a burning question, answer that question, and move on to the next team. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy One Burning Question. Welcome to this In the Lab Room exclusive series, One Burning Question. I, of course, as always, am your host, Louie Tee. Thank you for joining me on this program. Today we'll be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs and what their one burning question is moving forward. I want to take a very macro look at this team, open up the lens a bit, because I look at the Chiefs and I compare them to my favorite basketball team. I'm a Memphis Grizzlies fan in the NBA, and that's a team every single year that a lot of people look at, oh, you don't want to play the Memphis Grizzlies. They're a dangerous team. They're a tough out. But they always add that final part in there. They're a tough out, which implies they're not going to win it all, but they're going to make you work. They're going to make you sweat. But at the end of the day, they're not good enough to get over the top. They're not good enough to get over the hump. Nobody wants to be that team. But to me, I look at the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're that team in the NFL. Let's talk about the Chiefs and their one burning question. Can the Chiefs position themselves to be more than just a tough out in the AFC landscape? Look, this 180 that the Chiefs have done this season, remarkable. Give a lot of credit to Andy Reid and his staff for making sure that these guys never lost hope. He kept them believing. After that gut-wrenching loss at home versus Chicago, in which you lose not only the game, but your all-world running back Jamal Charles in the same game, it's rough. That was a rough time for the Chiefs. You dropped to 1-4 on the season. Looks pretty bleak. Looks like you're done. You're cooked. 4 straight losses after starting the season 1-0. Looks like you're done. And then this team turned it around, played outstanding football. They go the next week, they lose to Minnesota, drop to 1-5. Everybody stuck a fork in it. I started to question because I thought this was a playoff team. I started to question the Chiefs. I said, I don't know. I didn't give up because I said they still play defense. They're going to come around. And they went to London, they beat up the Lions, and I started to believe. And they ran off 6 straight, and right now they're sitting at, 8-5? 7 straight games they've won, and they're one of the hottest teams in the league. But you still look at this team with Alex Smith, Captain at quarterback, and you say to yourself, you guys are cute. You're cute, but you don't scare me. Most teams around the league are like, man, that Kansas City Chiefs team, they're tough. But there's always a but when it comes to teams like the Chiefs. But we can take them. Alex Smith doesn't scare me. Their running game doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of Spencer Ware. I'm not afraid of Charkandrick West. Wake up, Mr. West. Mr. West. Not afraid of that guy. Jeremy Macklin's nice. So is Travis Kelce. I'm good. I can still take them. And that's the thing that has to frustrate Kansas City Chiefs fans, because you want respect, you gotta take respect. Nobody's gonna give you anything. And They've got a golden opportunity in front of them to still steal this division. They went to Denver and took a win. That's what you do. You want respect? You go take respect. They went to Denver, they took a W. They put Peyton Manning on his ass and they picked him all 5 times. That's what you do. You want respect? You take it. They picked Peyton Manning off 4 times. They picked Brock Osweiler off once. They took respect from the Broncos that day. And in doing so, indirectly, they may have taken the division as well. We'll see what the Broncos do down the stretch. They've got some tough games through Denver. Okay, some tough games, some winnable games, but they're tough. If the Broncos don't take care of business and this Chiefs team continues to take care of business, maybe they'll win the division. Maybe they'll get a home playoff game. Maybe they'll sneak into a first-round bye. Who knows? We'll see. That's a little far-fetched, though. Let's not get out of the realm of reality, okay? Most likely, you're not going to win the division. And I know a lot of Chiefs fans think they're going to win the division. Good for you. Maybe you do win the division. But the likelihood of you getting a first-round bye with that division title, slim to none. Because in order for you to get the division, going to need some help. Going to need Cincinnati to beat Denver. If Cincinnati beats Denver, they're probably going to get one of those first-round byes. So just keep everything in its proper perspective. But either way, what does this team have to do to not be a tough out? To not be the team you don't want to play? They're hot right now. They can make a run. But, yeah, there's a but. There's always a but when it's a team like Kansas City. But they can't get over the top. Is it Alex Smith? Is it this defense? I don't know. You need Justin Houston back, that's for sure. Don't know how long he's going to be out. Looks like, and been hearing reports over the last couple of days, that he could be out for the rest of the season. As long as he's back for the postseason, if you make it there, because again, you don't have any room for error. No margin at all. Pittsburgh, somebody's got to get out. Either you or the Jets. Somebody's got to leave. Okay? Pittsburgh is making the playoffs. Somebody's got to go. And so, if you're Kansas City, just keep winning. I know it's hard to fathom that you have to keep winning when you've already won 7 games in a row. But you got to keep winning. Now is not the time for you to let up. Because if you do one false step, and you could be on the outside looking in. And again, this team is a tough out. But what do you have to do to change the narrative? What do you have to do to be considered a championship caliber team and not just a tough out? Score more points would help, definitely. You force turnovers, score off of those turnovers. Stop kicking field goals. Be more prolific in the red zone. Stop with, and last week was really an abnormal game for you because you had penalties last week. I'm not used to that from Kansas City. You made a lot of mistakes last week that kept the San Diego Chargers in that ballgame. And that's not like this team. Alex Smith had a turnover. That's not what he does with the football. A lot of uncharacteristic things happened in that game against San Diego that kept it at 10-3. But you won the game. You found a way to get it done. But you've got to find a way to just be more than just a tough out. The team you don't want to play in wild card weekend. The team that's going to scare you, but you're going to ultimately win the game. Maybe taking a step in the division is what you need to do. Maybe you need to win the division and stop being a wild card participant. Maybe you need to get a home playoff game. Those help. Definitely. We'll see. But I'm going to read the question one last time. Can the Chiefs position themselves to be more than just a tough out in the AFC landscape? This Chiefs team, they're dangerous. They have all the components you look for in a team that can make a deep run in the postseason. Their quarterback doesn't turn over the football. Look, you can sit here and talk about Alex Smith, and I joke, I kid, I call him Captain Checkdown. But he takes care of the football. He's been in the postseason. He's been to the NFC Championship game before. He knows what it takes to win in the postseason. He can get you where you want to go. You can win with Alex Smith. He's not the problem. The problem is the mentality. You have to get over the hurdle of just being that team that nobody wants to play. Instead of being a tough out, turn into the team that nobody wants to play because you can beat them and get on to the next level. That's just a thought. You do the dishes. That's the one burning question for the Kansas City Chiefs.